An Albuquerque man separated from his father during the Vietnam War has been searching for him ever since. And it turns out his father had been doing the same, and the BBC was documenting that search. But as News 13's Chris McKee reports, that all changed thanks to a one-time internet post.
This is my proof that, he's out there somewhere.
For 40 years, just 2 pictures were the only thing Gary Bowie had from his father. But today, that has all changed.
You can tell we don't need a DNA test, right? You can just look at us.
Gary has finally reunited with his dad, Jerry P. Quinn, something both have always wanted.
Gary, my son, and his mother have been on my heart for 40 years.
But an opportunity they never thought they'd get.
I didn't even think I could find my dad, to be honest.
Gary's mom and dad met in the early 70s, towards the end of the Vietnam War. But as an Army soldier, Jerry was forced to leave Vietnam when the U.S. withdrew.
That was the last day I saw Gary's mother, and Gary hadn't been born yet.
And like so many, he lost contact with his wife and son.
It just happened because of the result of war. Devastation.
Gary was eventually put in foster homes in the U.S., where, like his dad, he's been searching since. The British Broadcast Corporation, or the BBC, has been following his search since December.
They said, here's your ticket, go.
The BBC gave him a ticket to Vietnam, where Jerry met his old wife, but couldn't find Gary. It wasn't until Facebook that either had success.
I think this is more than a miracle. It's just, that everything happened so fast.
Gary somehow stumbled upon his dad's Facebook page and found a post his dad wrote talking about his search for his son. Not knowing who he was, Gary wrote, "Keep searching."
And I'm like, okay, this is not right. There has to be something going on. And what I say is,
It's a scam.
I say, this is a scam. I'm like, no, this is not happening.
But the two compared pictures and quickly realized they were father and son. This week, they met for the first time in Albuquerque.
You got each other now, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Got each other now.
That was Chris McKee reporting. Jerry says the BBC story about the search for his son is slated to air sometime in the next month. Jerry, who now lives in Taiwan, says he plans on spending a lot of time with Gary and his family now that they know each other.